You know, last week we had Fruity Girls, and for this week I was thinking maybe some Thirsty Girls. That being girls designed based on drinks. In this video, we are going to be drawing girls based on some cute drinks I found on Pinterest. I'll be showing you them as you can see on my iPad. I originally had talked while I recorded this. Sadly, the audio files got messed up, so this is going to be another voiceover. But the first drink I'm going to be designing a character based on is this coconut blueberry drink I actually saw with my mom recently, and she gave me the idea to do this video actually. She was like, oh, you know, you just did fruit. You should do characters based on like pretty drinks you find on Pinterest because you always find those. And I was like, girl, you are so smart. And plus, like, that gives me so much more creative liberty than fruit does because fruit is very strict in its color palette, obviously, which makes it easier, which is honestly, this video was very difficult to make because of how detailed all the character design was. It actually took me 2 full days to film, and it was like 6 hours of footage I had to cut down into obviously what you see now. So one of the main themes I wanted for all the outfits in this video was almost like if you know what Ever After High and Monster High is, kind of like that mixed with a little bit of Lolita, like a Japanese fashion style. And basically I wanted big poofy skirts, I wanted lots of lace, I wanted lots of frills, and that's exactly what you're going to be seeing in this video. And I don't know if any of you guys have seen Ever After High, but it was a show I really enjoyed, much like very similarly to My Little Pony. Obviously, I liked My Little Pony a lot more just because I don't know, it's just more up my alley. But Ever After High was one I came to enjoy a lot more when I was in like around middle school, and even now I still enjoy it. I actually showed it to a friend about it maybe a year ago now. I was showing her all of it because she had never seen it, and it always just makes me so sad to know that like it just kind of got discontinued. I'm not gonna, obviously due to legal reasons, I assume. I don't know what I'm allowed to say on YouTube, but I'm pretty sure it's because Disney, the Descendants, but allegedly because of Disney and Descendants, I think that makes sense with the timing, allegedly. I don't know, just saying. But anyway, I really liked the story of Ever After High. I feel like if they could have made it for an older audience, it would have been a lot better because they had to kind of make things a little bit more childish in some ways, just due to it being a kid show, duh. But I feel like they could have done a lot with it being a more like teen to young adult show. I feel like they could have done a lot with that, to be honest. But I love the character design in that show. If you like very girly character design, or even just like very interesting character design in general, I definitely recommend like just watching that for inspiration, because I don't know, I feel very inspired by it. Yeah, it's a really good watch, honestly. You just kind of have to go into it with an open mind, because I think kind of similarly to, well, My Little Pony and Miraculous Ladybugs, a lot of people are like, oh, well, that's a kid show, you shouldn't watch that. I'm like, okay, but grown adults are watching Bluey. And not to be rude, but I think that's more of a kid show than either of the other 3. Not to say Bluey's bad. I do enjoy watching Bluey. I mean, I babysit. Of course I like watching Bluey. It's the only thing I can tolerate. But I just think it's weird how a lot of adults will be like, you watch My Little Pony? Aren't you 18? Wah, wah, wah. And I'm like, Sharon, I'm not watching Grey's Anatomy with you. Sorry, I don't want to watch whatever muck that is. No offense to anyone that watches it. I'm just like, I'd much rather watch something more wholesome. That's just how I am. So, and you know, an anime I haven't watched that I don't know if I should, just due to what I just said, where it's like I prefer more wholesome shows. Like, I don't really like a lot of like, I struggle with anime because a lot of it has fan service nowadays, and like the only animes I really watch anymore are like Sailor Moon at this point, because they don't really have fan service, in my opinion. At least not blatant. Like, the girls are still pretty, but that's not fan service. They're just pretty. They don't have like bazoingas in your face. No offense. No, like, I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. But like, I just don't want to see that. I know that it's primarily for whatever dudes are watching it, but I don't want that. You know, I just don't. So, but one I've been interested in watching but haven't is the My Dress Up Darling, but I've seen that it has a lot of fan service, which is why I haven't. But the character design in it, from what I see, is like really, really pretty, and I'm like, oof. But I really want to watch it for the character design, and I'd love to see if anyone has watched it in the comment. Like, if anyone's watched it in the comments, is it really, really fan service heavy, like what I've seen online? Because I don't know, I don't really want to watch something like that if it's like too like fan service heavy. I don't know, it just makes me uncomfortable. One anime I just thought of that I actually have watched relatively recently is I still watch Jujutsu Kaisen, and I haven't kept up with Spy X Family, but I've heard that it's still doing really good, and I watched the first 2 seasons when it first came out, and it was really, really good, and there was like no fan service basically. The only like thing that kind of came close to it was just Yor, but she's not really fan service in my opinion. She's just, like I said earlier with Sailor Moon, it's like they're just pretty. So I don't know. I don't consider that fan service. Just because like a girl is like curvy doesn't mean she's fan service. It just means she's pretty. I don't know. So I don't think that's fan service. And Anya is so cute in that one. She's such a cutie pie. But another one I liked was Kimi ni Todoke. I think that's how you pronounce it. I actually don't know the English name for it. So, but that was one I really, really liked when I was younger. And I was trying to show it to my boyfriend, and I never realized how like silly shoujos are. I don't know. I think it's just because I was going through that kind of phase. I don't know why. I just can't like sit through with a straight face anymore, and I don't know why. Like, and I'm not like hating on anyone that likes shoujo. Obviously, like I like shoujo too. Like, duh. But like I was struggling to watch it, and I was like, this was like my favorite. Why am I struggling? And maybe it's just because like he was watching with me, and so I was like kind of getting secondhand embarrassment from like anything that was like slightly cringy. I think a lot of people go through that. I know I certainly do. Maybe it was just that. I don't know, but I was like, I don't remember it being like this. Like, I tried to show him a different one as well, and it was like the same thing. And I was like, oh my gosh, why are they speaking this way? Honestly, I need to show him 𝐒𝐿𝐾 so he knows that I don't have bad taste in anime. But he hasn't even finished Attack on Titan, so that's like low-key a sin at this point. Like, bro, get on that. The last season's been out for like a year now, and I'm like, I want to talk about it with him. Like, I want to talk about it, and I can't because he's like, no spoilers. I'm like, bro, we've been dating almost 3 years now, and you still haven't finished Attack on Titan. Like, that's not my problem. I'm this close to spoiling it for him, honestly. Yeah, I totally forgot to start like talking about the actual the reason you probably clicked this video, which is the art. This one's based on a Japanese melon soda, and I kind of tried to make the leggings and the hair look like the actual drink, and then her dress and the little ice cream scoop on top to be like, well, the white part of the ice cream. And I'm really happy with how that one turned out. In fact, I showed my sister these when I got done with them, and she said that one was her favorite. And I honestly agree. I just really think the gradient turned out very nice. But let me know in the comments which one is your favorite at the end of the video, because I end up doing 6 full characters. These are the first 3, obviously. And I can't decide which is my favorite. It might be this one or the next one. Or even the last one, honestly. Like, I really like all of them. I don't know, I'm so indecisive, honestly. So actually, at this point in the process, I was already having been drawn for like 3 hours at that point, and I was immensely tired, and I was very much so considering just leaving the page as is. But as you obviously know, I don't do that, and I always do this to myself. I try to start something earlier so that I'm like not as I don't feel as like rushed or behind, and then I somehow make it more difficult for myself. And I'm like, What if I draw 6 characters that are fully fledged and detailed and fully colored? That's a great idea. Yeah, sure, you only have 2 days to edit and record, and and you can only record at certain times of the day because your lighting in your room sucks. But you know what? That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, so here we are, day 2, baby, and I was so tired. I did not want to be here, but I'm so glad that I did all of this because it is probably the prettiest page in my sketchbook, to be quite honest. And I don't have any regrets. I don't have any regrets. So here I'm just giving you a close up of what I've already done. I added some extra details on some of them, especially Miss Blueberry over there, because I don't know. I just felt like I kind of could have done better with her, but I think she's really cute now because they added all the extra little deets, all the little details. But when I tell you, I was so tired. There is no exaggeration. I was so dead set on finishing this in a timely manner that I did not eat all day. And I still didn't get this done. And I mean, at the time I'm doing this voiceover, it's already 11. And I started filming the second part of the video, aka like the next day. I started filming that at like, I want to say 12 in the afternoon. So if that says anything, I've been doing this for a while. Granted, I've had to get up and like go do things because I have to take care of our dogs, and my mom and I went and got dinner, which is one of the reasons it took so much longer, because we went out and did that and then stopped by a few places. But like I'm so tired. I don't think I'll ever do 6 fully fledged illustrated characters in a video again. I don't know. I mean, unless it's like super well, but like it has to do really well for me to want to do this again. But for the girl I am currently drawing, she's based on this coconut pineapple drink I found. It's an alcoholic beverage. Obviously, I'm 18 and an American, so I don't drink alcohol yet. But it was like a blue, like a blue color to like this pineapple coconut milk, and it looked really, really pretty. And I was like, I can do that. I can work with that. So this is actually one I am very proud of. It's definitely one of my favorites on the page. I can't decide which is my favorite because I love all of them for different reasons. But I'd love to see what y'all's like thoughts are on it, because I think this one is like, I'm leaning on it being my favorite. I don't know, but she's really cute. And also, I don't know if you've noticed this, and you probably haven't if you aren't an artist, and even if you are, sometimes you can miss it. For me, like, I have to do a different pose for each character, or at least try to change it up, which is very difficult when you're doing 6 characters on the same page and it's all very similar fashion styles. But I really wanted to try to make every character's pose slightly different at the very least. And also, I don't like drawing characters that all look the same. I think that kind of coincides with what I just said, but like, I love doing different complexions and different hair colors. That's honestly why I like these character design challenges, because I can like really, really stretch the boundaries of what's real and what's fake, and because I can give these girls green hair and it'll look fine. Because it's like, oh, well, it's just based on a drink, so technically it's okay. Not to say you can't have green hair, but I don't know. I just don't tend to draw girls with green hair, and this kind of gave me an excuse to, or at least I would say more so the inspiration to draw said girl with fun colored hair, which is just not something I think to do very often. So I think that's one of the reasons I really, really like these challenges. And also, like, I did braids for the current girl I'm drawing, and ooh, those were so fun to draw, and they look so cute in the end. I think that's one of the reasons she's my favorite, because I really love drawing curly hair and braids. Like, that's like one of my favorite things, which I think is funny because I used to really like not like it because I didn't know how, but then I got a commission from a friend, and he wanted me to draw him and his girlfriend at the said time, and she had like these really really pretty, like really long braids, like box, I think they're called box braids, I don't know, but they were the kind that are like thinner and very tightly done, and then they have like curls on the end, and they were like, I was like, your hair is gorgeous. It's like, oh my goodness gracious. And yeah, so I kind of did that here actually. Like, she has curls at the end of her braids, and I just love seeing different hairstyles like that. Like, my grandma took me and my sister and my dad on a trip to Bermuda via a cruise, which the cruise part, no, but the people in Bermuda were so kind. But like, all the women there had such cool hairstyles, and I brought a travel sketchbook, and oh, I was having a blast. If you guys ever want to see like a sketchbook tour of that, let me know, because I have like a lot of sketches from that, including my devastating airport ones where we were stuck in New York overnight, and it was not fun, but it was an experience to be had, so it's okay.
What the dog doing?
And also, I usually like very much so struggle with the line art stage, and I'm not sure why, but like these days I drew this stuff, it was very easy. And I commonly have very shaky hands when I draw, and I wasn't struggling as much, and I'm not sure why, because I still had like, I know that caffeine can cause like shaky hands, and I had caffeine, I had coffee the first day, and matcha, well, this day, and I don't know why it was so easy for me this day. But I'm very grateful because it made my life a lot so much easier. Because if I had been having trouble with line art and also having to draw six characters, oh my goodness. But for the girl we are currently working on, I can't wait for you guys to see this gradient, because oh, there it is. It is so pretty. I just have like a love for like Caribbean water, and that's what it reminds me of. But also, is it just me, or does she low-key look like Uma from Descendants? And I know I was low-key just bashing Descendants, but I always did like Uma's character design. And maybe it's just because she's a black girl with blue hair. Maybe I'm just being rude. I don't know. I just thought it looked like Uma. I keep drawing characters that look like other characters. Don't, like, I'm sorry. It's not my fault. I just see it. Just inspiration from beautiful, beautiful people. That's all. Okay, and so if you noticed a shift in the lighting here, it was because this is after I got back from dinner. The sun had already basically set. I was struggling to do this because the lighting was not very good, and I felt, I don't know, when the lighting is bad and I'm filming, I'm just like, and as I said earlier, this was originally going to be a live voiceover, like where I'm talking as I draw, and the whole time I was just like, I'm sorry, the lighting is so bad. Sorry, it's good that audio got corrupted, I don't know, because it would have been probably a little bit annoying to just hear, I'm sorry. But, yeah, for this one, it's unfortunate because this drawing is very, very cute. I think everybody would really like it, but sadly, if I remember correctly, all the coloring footage got corrupted for some reason. Now I don't know why that is. I tried to upload it onto my editing software, and then it was like, oh no, those files don't work, and I was like, what? And so I went on my photo library to look at them, and now it won't even load them. And that is actually what happened to my previous video files when I had mentioned that I originally had done a start a sketchbook with me video that I never ended up posting because I had said that the video files did get corrupted, and that's exactly what happened then as well, where it's like I tried to upload it onto this software and it just kind of corrupted it for some reason. Maybe it's because the video was too long and I should have chopped it up a little bit better. That's probably what it is. But I don't know, like I've uploaded long format videos onto my editing software before and haven't had much of an issue. But I was a little disappointed that you couldn't see the coloring process of this one. Yeah, so that's the colored version of that one. The drink that it was based on was this like it was called a Hocus Pocus punch. So I tried to make her look like the blonde witch from Hocus Pocus. And I think she looked cute. But the next girl I'll be doing is a girl based on this lime. This like it was like a strawberry limeade, and I was like, that looks really good, and also the colors were pretty. So for her design, I wanted it to mostly be pink because the drink is mostly pink apart from a few slices of lime. So I wanted all the accent colors to be green and then the main colors to be pink gradients. As you can tell, I am on much of a gradient kick, if you will. Ever since the Fruity Girl video, I've rediscovered my love for gradients, I guess. I don't really know. They just add so much visual interest. Like, they add such a cool pop of color. And I never do it in digital art because I think it looks a little bit tacky sometimes. Because digital art is almost too smooth, you know? Like, it's too pristine. And, like, I feel like gradients kind of just look... Arguably, I think gradients look better traditionally. But maybe it's just the way I'm doing it in digital. Maybe I'm the problem. But those are the colors I'll be using. And just letting you know, I think that this last one, I think the colors turn out really, really, really cute. And I was, again, like how I said earlier, I had commentary, and the whole time I was just like, I'm so tired. I don't want to be here. And I'm like, honestly, thank goodness that I didn't include that audio, because it was probably so annoying. Like, shut up, honestly, you're just complaining because you're tired. But yeah, I was very tired while making it, but and I honestly, because of how tired I was, I thought it was turning out really bad, and I was like, oh, this last one is terrible. I'm ending off on a horrible note. And now I look at it, and I'm like, and mind you, like I say now, I look at it, and I'm like, that was an hour, like maybe like 2 hours ago when I drew that. So I'm like, that's really cute. Why was I complaining so much? It looks good. Like I stuck through. Like, girl, be nice to yourself. Goodness. So all that to say, remember to be nice to yourself, because sometimes art feels like it looks ugly in the moment, but it's actually really cute. Alrighty, those are all 6 character illustrations, all finished. Let me know which one is your favorite down in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next Friday for a brand new art video. Bye bye.